Hello, Savages. We're going to do another beer review today. Now, I'm not sure how this one's going to work out because, well, I'll explain as it goes on, but I've had some issues with this bottle, and but we'll just start off. This is from Wild Mind Brewing in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And here's the front of the label. You can see a bunch of watermelons. That probably will tell you what this type of beer is going to be like. But I don't know if you all can see this, but it is called First Press from Wild Mind Brewing. It is a wild ale, and it clocks in at 5.8% ABV. Now, as you can see from the top, there's a cork in it with the Wild Mind, oh crap, if I can get it faced right, I think it's that way, Wild Mind logo on it. I tried to review this one a couple weeks back, and there was a cap on here, so I used my good old 50 cal bottle opener to pop off the cap, and then I see there's a cork in it. Okay, well, so I take my bottle opener, which was this cheap thing, and it broke off in the cap. Actually, I can still feel it in here as I rub my finger on this. So I couldn't get the damn thing open. So I don't know how far the thing went in there, how deep it is, but now I've got a new wine bottle opener. And obviously this is not a wine, it's a beer. But I've got a new wine bottle opener, and we're going to see how this works. Of course, the problem is I've got that metal thing from my last one that broke off in here. So what I'm going to do is going to try to open it, and I'm going to put it off to the side. Instead of, see, the last one's pretty much right in the middle. I'm going to do this off to the side a little bit, so hopefully not to, interfere or mess up the other one. Now this is going to be the fun part. So I don't know how this is going to work. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully I don't get a piece of metal in my beer. We will see. But yeah, this is not starting out good because my cork is going off to the opener is going off to the bloody side there. But I think I got it as far as I can go. And we're just going to do it this way. Push these things down. By golly, the cap popped out. I don't think... Yeah, I can still feel the metal thing in there, so it worked perfectly. Now, we'll pour it into, of course, since we're savages, dump out the water from cleaning out the glass, because, I'm a savage, and, well, whatever. So we'll dump it out into the glass. Okay. This pours a nice, light, golden color. As you can see, kind of, lots of carbonation here, though there is not a lot of head, less than a one-finger head, actually, which is surprising. There is a lot of carbonation, kind of weird, in the glass. No real lacing. But yeah, kind of murky, funky looking beer. I swirled around, I'm not really getting any carbonation. So yeah, I'm going to go 4 for the looks. I'm going to say 4, nice murky, hazy, golden color, darker golden color, murky, very hazy, very, very murky. Now to the aroma, and I did get a little bit of it as I opened up the bottle there with that thing. Whoa. Damn. This is one hell of a strong aroma. Very wild, very funky, floral, lots of flowery smelling things, but wild. Wild Mind Brewing has been known to brew with wild yeast. And for those who do not know, brewing with wild yeast is a very hit or miss proposition. You could get something absolutely amazing, or else you can get something really bad. This is wild. This is funky, floral. Like I'm getting lemon. Lots of lemon aromas here. Just it's you go into like in the springtime into a field of flowers, you'll smell all these wild, earthy aromas. Well, that's what I'm getting here. And I'm a big fan of funky, wild aroma beers, wild beers. That funky aroma. It's just like earthy, funky, wild. You know, like I said, I was getting some lemon in this thing. Let's see. Now they list it as a watermelon beer. Let's see if I can get any watermelon here. I probably not, but we'll see. I do get a hint of also the watermelon. But it's a very backside aroma here. So for the aroma, out of a 5, first off, I gave the looks a 4.25. Well, the aroma, I think let me take one more sniff. 4.50. I love this aroma. It's very wild, very funky, very light. Like I said, the watermelon's just a faint hint at the background, but it's there. So, to the tasting, my savage friends, since we are all savages here, cheers, my friends. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wild, funky, but yeah, there is a ton of watermelon in this beer. So wild, earthy, funky, floral flavors, but then the watermelon just complements these flavors. They just rock it. Wow. And that watermelon, just it lingers and lingers and lingers. I mean, I gotta take another sip of this bad boy because it is good. Oh, yeah. And the watermelon is not like the aroma, that was really a minor player in the aroma. The watermelon is just throughout this beer. I mean, it's everywhere in this beer. Up front, middle, backside. Yes, you get the wild, earthy flavors from the wild ale, from the wild yeasts and whatnot. But the watermelon is everywhere in this beer, in the flavor department. And I am damn impressed. I had a beer last night. I didn't review it. I was at a friend's house from Portage Brewing, and it was also a wild ale. And both me and my friend were just like, he's major into beer reviews. I mean, I probably have a fifth of what he has had and what he is able to pull out of the said beers and whatnot. This is wild. This is funky. This is like the beer, that flavor profile that I had last night. But the watermelon just adds an extra layer to that wild funkiness. And damn, I'm going to take another sip before I give my number, but wow. I gotta give this a 4.75. I'm blown away by this beer. Now, Wild Mind has produced a lot of great beers in the past, and well, I can say that they're still producing them. This is so wild, this is so funky, but then the watermelon just adds an extra layer of complexity to the wild and funkiness. This is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 475 for the flavor. So like a 425, 450, 475. Now to the body. It's crisp. It's a little bit tart feeling. You know, that tartness does linger. The crispness, does linger in your throat. You know, the watermelon, you know, it's you don't think of a watermelon as a tart flavor, but golly, there is some tartness to this watermelon. You don't expect that. It's like crazy. Watermelon is like sweet, juicy, summer type flavor, you know. And believe me, as sure as heck here in Minnesota, we're not in summer. I'm looking out my window right now and I see snow on the ground. We're not in summer right now, but you know, it's a wild. You know, the the, the watermelon is not a winter flavor, but you know, this is tart and floral feeling. You know, just but you wouldn't expect the tartness from the watermelon. Well, there is some tartness from the watermelon here. I mean, I don't know what the heck they did. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of brewing. I should probably try to learn them and all that. But I mean, I know they use wild yeast. This is wild, funky tart. Well, I'm probably getting off the feel here. Yeah, I digress. But yeah, this is wild, funky. Oh boy, wild, tart, and funky. But yeah, you know, the body is crisp. It's clean feeling. I mean, it's not overly full bodied, but it's not watery either. You know, it probably fits the style, fits the ABV perfectly. Yeah, crisp, clean. So yeah, I'd say a 450. Um, yeah, I'd say the body. I'd say a 450. You know, that crispness, the tartness lingers in your throat. But yeah, like you know, I digressed earlier, but you know, overall, I'd say this was a 450. You know, this is a solid, wild, funky ale from Wild Mind Brewing, and you know, you wouldn't expect a brewery in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is swamp central, built up, crazy, downtown. Well, okay, it's on the edge of Minneapolis, but still, you know, built up, you know, urban, crazy skyscrapers, all this crap. You know, basically the opposite of where I want to be, want to live. But they can produce a wild ale that is phenomenal. How the hell can they do that in Swamp Central? How the hell can they do that? You don't expect that. You know, the beer I mentioned earlier that I had last night, I'm not going to do a video review. Well, maybe I will down the road. I think we still have some at work. I can pick up a bottle and I'll review the dang thing. But you wouldn't expect. And that brewery is in northern Minnesota, in a small town, lots of forest, lots of all this around it. Minneapolis, you don't have any of that crap. It's just built up, urban, not wild. How the hell can they? How the hell can Wild Mind Brewing in Minneapolis, Minnesota? I'll show you all a good look at the bottle again. How the hell can they produce a wild, funky ale? I don't know, but they do, and I got to give them credit for it. And you know, it's a place I like. It's a place I've been several times. It's a place that helped me out when I was at a bad point in my life, dealing with death of a loved one and an illness of a loved one. And going there helped me out, and I got to give them credit. So yeah, overall, I'd say this is a 4 or 5. I know this is a long review, but this is a damn interesting, good beer. If you can get to Wild Mind or you can find this in a store in Minnesota here, I highly recommend it. Cheers, my savage friends.